Hello, great citizens of Pontiac. It's your City Council at Large candidate, Adrian Austin. And today's video, what we are going to discuss is infrastructure. Now, infrastructure, like you all know, has been a major concern here in the city of Pontiac for quite some time. And I mean decades. And so, what we want to do on this video today is just address the infrastructure here in Pontiac and some ways that we can bring about some reprieve to the citizens and some solutions for dealing with our infrastructure. So, what is our infrastructure here in the city of Pontiac? It obviously, of course, is our roads and streets, but it's also our bridges. It's also our transit, which is our bus and our train system. And then it is also our water system as it relates to sanitation and our sewage system, drainage, all of our water system. And so I know one of the biggest concerns that our citizens have here in the city of Pontiac is the MLK Bridge. And so let's just deep dive into what I know in regards to the MLK Bridge as it relates to where we'll be and hopefully when this bridge will get fixed. Now, what I know in regards to the council meeting as of late, last August, is the funding has been secured. Uh, the federal site preparation is completed. The engineering design has also been completed. The bid package that has been finalized for bid posting. Now that is important because that details the different contracts, what the city is looking for in regards to contractors for different jobs. And then the council is set to vote on the awards in about a month for the bids. Demolition will begin later this fall, and the bridge reconstruction is to be done uh, end of 2026. And so that's everything as it relates to the MLK bridge. And so, any other further questions as it relates to the bridge, you can ask myself, but I would direct you to the current administration and to the current council that we have now. Now, the roads and bridges, those are a completely different story. I don't know if many of you have heard, there's a $350 million price tag for the full restoration of our streets and roads. Now, here in Pontiac, we're in a peculiar situation because we have local owned streets, we have county owned streets, and we have state owned streets. Now, what I would like to do and what I would advocate for when the great citizens of Pontiac see fit to elect me as the next city council is immediately get with our DPW director. Well, we need to find out here in the city of Pontiac, out of all of those different three category of roads, which roads need to be fully reconstructed down to the surface and which roads just need to be resurfaced. And I believe that will be important for cost savings and obviously getting these road repairs done in a timely manner so that the next pain point for our citizens is not all of the repairs that's going on in the city and delaying traffic and what have you. And so once we know where we are as far as fully reconstruction and resurfacing, then we can make a smart spending decision. One of the most important things that we can do as a council is make uh, fiscally responsible decisions as it relates to our taxpayers. Now, DPW has had some issues in the past or as of late with staffing. We have recently just set a resolution to purchase or move into purchase with 300 West Huron, the old Pontiac Central High School. With a location of that size, what my hopes is that our DPW will be fully staffed in a significant time frame so that many of these road and street repairs can be done by our DPW in a timely manner and then coupled in with the fully reconstruction and the resurfacing, now we can add those things in and get our road repairs done a lot faster with DPW being in-house and fully staffed. Now that just answers one piece of the infrastructure issue as it relates to our road and streets. Information that I have here, it is from our CDBG. This is information where this is just another streamline of funds that we could bring in to deal with urgent infrastructure issues as it relates to not just districts, but City of Pontiac as a whole. Um, that is going to be one of our biggest issues, is how we address which road repairs take precedent or priority over another district. Now, the other item as it relates to infrastructure is our water system. Uh, Many of our residents deal with spot flooding in their districts. I live in District 5, which will be District 4, and I travel Giddings quite often. Giddings Road deals with a lot of flooding, like some of the areas in Pontiac. And so, what we want to do from an infrastructure issue is make sure that our sewage systems are getting the proper treatment that they need. Our drainage systems are also getting the proper attention that they need, and bringing in funds. Again, working with our grants and philanthropy department is going to be vital in this regard as well as it relates to infrastructure, because we want to make sure that all dollars that we can get a hold of, that we bring into the city of Pontiac. But I know that the county has different projects that they're looking into dealing with drainage and repairing different drainage that has lead or what have you on those pipes. So making sure that our sewage system is getting the proper attention from our DPW department so that water is draining and not flooding in areas. So we definitely want to make sure that funding, that we grab a hold of as much funding as we can to deal with the infrastructure as it relates to our water system. Transit. Transit is another big thing that we deal with here in the city of Pontiac. As you know, down Walton, there is repair going on with our railroad and our railway. So making sure that we're bringing in funding to deal with those particular issues as it relates to our transit, our busing, making sure that we have adequate bus stops and coverage for our residents who are catching the buses, making sure that we can even get heated bus stops with those coverings for our residents so that they're not cold in the winter. We know how Michigan winters can be. But again, making sure that we're bringing in funding as it relates to our transit, even modernizing our transit. Detroit has the Q line, which comes down Woodward. So if we could even extend that Q line down to our downtown area. Pontiac has been mentioned as the heart of Oakland County, and will soon be the hub for Oakland County's um, executive offices. So we want to make sure that if we can modernize Pontiac with our transit system and bringing in dollars as it relates to transit, we want to make sure that we're doing that and we're on the cusp of being modern in any way that we can here in the city of Pontiac. So we want to go over a few grants that is available for the city of Pontiac and that is out here. One grant being Build. It's the better utilizing investments to leverage development. Now, this grant money is in support of surface transportation projects, including road, transit, and rail improvement. Like I said, we're dealing with some railroad improvements now. We want to modernize our transit. So if this is a grant that we could utilize with our infrastructure, there it is. Safe street and roads for all. I want to send my condolences out to the family of the residents lost here on Baldwin. because that was unfortunate. And I believe there is like a four-way stop, and then there are street lights and street signs and different things like that that could have been uh, better equipped and utilized at the time to obviously forego any tragedies. But this particular grant allows us to get our hands on money that would work towards safe street and roads for all. And again, if there was a fatality, unfortunately, that happened here in the city of Pontiac, we really want to advocate for bringing in as much funding as we can to address those issues, so we don't deal with another tragedy as it relates to our infrastructure in that manner. And then our sewer overflow and stormwater reuse municipality grants. Now, these grants are in place, obviously, like I said, for sewer overflow and then stormwater reuse. Like, we're dealing with flooding and spot flooding in these different areas. So this would bring in funding to promote and address reusing of storm water, but then obviously deal with the spot flooding that's going on here in the city of Pontiac. Now, those are just some of the many grants that are out here. And if I am elected as the next city council, I will be advocating day and night to bring in funding. We need to get our sidewalks repaired here in our subdivisions, and then making sure that our subdivisions have adequate roads, stoplights in those bigger subdivisions. And these are just a piece of what we can change if we come together and advocate more as a governing body for our infrastructure here in the city of Pontiac. Safe roads is not only for us, but our younger people that are going to be driving and dealing with the infrastructure here in the city of Pontiac. And we want to just make sure that it is safe as possible as it relates to our bridges, pedestrian walkways, like the pedestrian bridge on MLK, that we bring some attention to that bridge as well. And so that our great citizens of Pontiac have relief as it relates to our infrastructure. Now, if it's something about infrastructure that I have not mentioned that you'd like to see me address, please leave a comment on the YouTube page, or you can send me a text 248-872-5010, or simply shoot me an email. That's austinforcouncil2025 at gmail.com. God bless, citizens. Be safe.